welcome back to my channel. This is Oatfell, and today we are once again returning to do a toy/statue unboxing. It has been a while since I've posted one. There's been a couple I've filmed and I've either had uploading issues or I haven't liked how the close-ups have come out, so I want to refilm some stuff. So I promise we're gonna backlog some of the ones that are on the shelf because I have footage for them but just haven't edited them. I promise. It feels so good to be back though, and today we are unboxing one that I have been very excited for. As you guys know, based on some of my past videos, I collect a lot of the 1/10 scale Kotobukiya figures. However, I normally just do the regular ArtFX ones, and today I'm going to be opening my very first ArtFX Premiere style statue. So, and this is largely what I've been told, the difference between ArtFX and the ArtFX Premiere is going to be quality of paint, quality of sculpt where the seams are, and generally just the quality of the bases. A lot of my normal ArtFXs have no base or magnet feet that attach to a separate base / very small bases. But a lot of these ArtFX ones, as we'll see with this and a handful of other ones, especially in their Women of Marvel collection, you get a detailed base, you get much better like makeup and shading, all that kind of stuff. So I am very excited to open this, but first I really like to walk you guys through the box design because a lot of these have really pretty graphic design. So we're just gonna cruise right through this real quick. So on the front here we have a little thing that says 1/10 scale pre-painted model kit with silk and a very gorgeous cursive that is a little bit shiny compared to the matte box, which is a really pretty embossing, as well as our ArtFX Premiere little logo down here. Underneath says produced by Kotobukiya, and there's this really pretty metallic red little chevron with lots of filigrees and our Marvel logo. I don't know if you guys can see how much it's catching light, but it's a gorgeous red. This looks so fancy. It feels like it shouldn't be for a statue, but it's gorgeous. The side here, we also have a little band that says Silk Easy Snap Fit, 1/10 scale pre-painted model kit, our ArtFX Premiere logo, as well as now a red little Kotobukiya logo down at the bottom. The back also just says Silk in plain text, 1/10 scale pre-painted model kit. Down here we have a little metallic paragraph that reads as following: Beyond Realistic, ArtFX Premiere is a high-quality statue line that challenges the limits of product development by capturing characters in the highest possible level of detail. The statues in this line are limited to a select number of pieces worldwide, and each one comes with its own unique collector's number, so it will be a collected lot number statue. And then we have our ArtFX Premiere and Marvel logos again. And then this side is the same as our other side. Now the thing I find interesting about this is a lot of my other ArtFX ones have art of the references of what the statue is based on and pictures of the statue, I mean splattered all over the box. So the kind of sleek mystery of this one, I don't know if it's their 2020 to 2021 redesigns for the boxes in general, or if maybe their Women of Marvel Premiere series has kind of more sleek boxes like this. But I really like it, and I hope they do more stuff like this in the future. It also leaves the mystique of what's inside a little more, even though I saw pictures of the statue when it was first announced. I still feel kind of giddy that I don't know what it's going to be exactly. Now, for sake of saying we've looked at the whole box, the bottom is going to be all your warnings and information, most of which is in Japanese, so I'm not going to go through and read all of this to you. And then the top is also just a very plain font with the same information we've said a couple times now. So I think we're ready to go ahead and open this now. Okay, so we have her out of the plastic now, and as you can see, it looks like she comes in a handful of parts. We've got the head up here, and then it looks like we've got her body and this little kind of Premiere plaque thing, as well as the base, or at least the main part of it, here kind of on the back. So she's going to take a little assembly, but most of the Kotobukiyas come in a couple parts, so this is nothing new for this line, let alone the Premiere line. So let's start with the head. Wow, okay. So first of all, I love how shiny her eyes are. That's really cool. Let's get her in focus for you guys. Yeah. So I love how shiny her eyes are, and I love the metallic sheen that we've got on her mask. It's really cool. Her hair sculpt is pretty good. It's nothing blowing me out of the park, but overall it is a really good hair sculpt. But I do really like the kind of windblown effect here. It's very spindly, very dynamic, and very pretty for a hair sculpt. I think the most notable thing about this that I really like is, if you can see here, her hair goes from a black to a really nice brown at the tips, which gives a realistic I've been out in the sun effect, because anyone who knows, if you go out in the sun, your hair gets a little lighter. So I do just kind of like that detail. It adds a little bit of realism to the hair. She's got some supports here, which I really appreciate, to keep her arms from breaking and such. Kind of wiggle them out. And I will say something I already can tell and really like. She's got like a bluish purple sheen to the black on her suit that's metallic, which is really nice. I will say there's a bit of weird paint there that's red, but I do like that they gave her the red finger details. But overall, so far, the paint job looks pretty good. Especially her chest here, we've got the red into black on the webbing. And everything seems to be within the lines it's supposed to be. So far for a premiere statue, I'm pretty pleased with how little seaming there seems to be that's, you know, blatant seams, as well as just how well the paint job is. This is going to be against the wall, so I'm not too worried that there's a little bit of red coming through. But just the details are gorgeous already. I'm very excited. Let's look at our base. This was cool to me because the base is actually a little bit see-through. This is the side she's going to be clinging to. There's a little bit more details on the window. On this side, as you can see with the cracks in the paint job, I'm probably going to clean it up a little bit with a rag. This is a little bit fingerprinted, but overall it's looking pretty clean. And then the back is more mirror-like to kind of give a really good window reflection when you're looking at it from this side. It is a little bit see-through. You can kind of see the shadow of my hand on the other side, but it's not as see-through as I expected based on the pictures. That being said, I kind of like this more because the reflectiveness really captures more of a window-like texture, I guess would be the word, than it just being clear plastic. So assembly-wise, I'm going to go ahead and put her head onto her body first. The shapes are usually pretty straightforward as to how they need to go in. It's just always a matter of lining it up just so, because they tend to be kind of tight joints, which is good because they don't fall out, but always a little bit scary when popping them in that you're gonna break them a little bit. My Wanda was like that as well. So there's her head onto the statue. I'm so excited. This is just absolutely gorgeous, honestly. So let's see, one of her foot pegs goes here into the back. And our other one is going to go up here onto the window itself. Okay, so just like that, she is on the base. I'm going to go ahead and take some detail shots for you guys, but then I'm going to pop back into the chair and talk about her a little bit as well. So we are back, and I can honestly say this is one of the prettiest statues I have ever gotten. Now I do want to have a quick section just to say thank you. This was actually sent to me off of my wish list by a follower, and they wish to remain anonymous. So I'm not going to say very much on that front other than thank you so much, because this is a statue that I had been eyeing for a good long while, but kept hesitating to pull the trigger on due to the price. So thank you so much for getting this for me and letting me be able to do this video and celebrate how pretty of a statue it is with you guys. And if you guys want to send me toys and statues to review as well, I do have a wish list down in my description that is specifically for toys and statues with the express purpose of unboxing on my channel, so definitely take a look at that as well. But let's get into just talking about this. Honestly, the paint job is a big leap up from the rest of my Kotobukiyas. It's kind of hard to see them. I can tilt you up a little bit here. They are the ones there on the top shelf. I've got a handful of them now, and I must say, even though I'm in love with their paint jobs, this one is some next level stuff. Not even just the mirror finish on her window, but I mean, the shading and the grunge on the brickwork, she's got an undersheen of metallic on a lot of her bodysuit that's really cool. I know I zoomed in on this a couple times, but it's just really neat. Her eyes being shiny is just a really cool detail that my other ones don't have, but also just her hair being a little bit sun bleached at the tips. You can tell a lot of love went into this, and it's just really, really a cool piece. The base itself is just cool, and I cannot wait to put her with the rest of my 10th scales. I'm very, very excited to have this as part of my collection. I love silk, so anything silk related is really, really cool. She does come with a tag that says what her limited run number is, and her, for example, is 182 out of 2,000. So that means there's only 2,000 of these, and if you like it, I suggest jumping on it soon, because I already have waited quite a bit before getting mine, so definitely if you see one and you want one, go for it. And for the sake of being fun, I just wanted to compare her to the Hasbro exclusive silk that they put out in the past year. I want to say it was 2020, but maybe it's a little older than that now. The year has kind of blurred together. These are completely and totally different scales of. So as you can see here, they both actually do a pretty good job of recreating the suit. They both have the red into black webbing. Her hair has a lot more blue tones in it though, which is interesting, where they gave this one some warm brown tones, which I think is more realistic for the hair color they were going for. They both do have the red fingers, however, this silk has the correct 2 red fingers, and this silk has all 5 fingers being red. As well as their hip lines being different from my memory of the comics. This is the more accurate hip pattern that kind of goes around on the back and points up and points on the hip, where this one just kind of loops under her legs a little bit and is kind of weird. This one is articulated though. They also do have the same boots, which is pretty good on this one. But all around, like as far as quality goes, this one retailed for around 20. This one was retailing around 200. So if you're a silk collector, this one is not a bad one to pick up. I think she's worth more than the 20 she was originally worth, just because she was an exclusive. So you're probably looking at like $50+ now for this one. Her hair sculpt is actually pretty decent as well, as far as the $20 legends go. I think they've really been stepping up their game lately with wind-blown effects and just making their hair look a lot less clumpy. Well, that is all for me today. I'm going to be putting her on the shelf with my other 10th scales, which is unfortunately a little out of frame, but thank you guys so much again for watching, and thank you again so much to the follower that sent me this. Honestly, they really made it possible, because again, this was one that I was hesitating on pulling on the trigger for, and I'm really, really glad that I have it now and that it's in my collection, because wow, she is even prettier in person than I expected her to be. So definitely go check her out. I'll put down below like the full name of what the statue is called. She's on a handful of different distributing websites. If you liked this video, please like it. If you want to leave a comment on what you'd like to see me unbox next, I'm all ears. Like I said, I have a backlog of some of the objects you see behind me now, whether they be busts or statues that I've filmed and just been kind of unhappy with. So I will have videos on some of these up eventually, I promise. But if you would like to comment some more stuff you'd like to see me unbox, please do so, or just say hi, leave a friendly comment, random letters, anything is honestly appreciated. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe and hit the little bell notification so that way you see every single time that I post. It is so good to be back and doing toy videos. It's been, God, it feels like a while. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, see ya.
Special thanks to my patrons who help make videos like this possible. Jujucution, Jason T, M Strange Circle, Jeffrey R, Brandon, Hugo R, and Alex. Thank you so much again for your support. Also thanks to the wonderful artists in the fan art gallery. Scarlett Shauna Art, Mr. Tap 11, and Matthew Spurlock.